Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Duke, issue number 2 from Image Skybound, made by Joshua Williams, Tom Reilly, and Jordie Bellaire. I like this cover. I like this because it has that action pack scene here when he's, with all these broken car and he's as this guy and he's angry, he's driving real fast and we see the side, like he's some kind of a buggy or whatever. But to be honest, most covers of this series is not something that you can write home about. It's pretty simple. I'm not sure why they're doing that. I mean, for instance, so this is Duke number 1, right? Does this scream like, oh man, I need to pick this up? No, not really. It's just basically pretty boring, simple post cover, and there's nothing on. I mean, okay, Duke, and there's a guy with a machine gun or or an automatic gun, I don't know, and a jet on the background. So that doesn't scream to me that I should pick this up. This way better. It looks a little bit cartoony, the art here, but it still looks fun. And the series, I must admit, is fun. So we dive in and see what this is all about. All right, so this guy is looking what's happening because it seems that he knows this guy. He says 16 dead. What did you get yourself in now, Conrad? And he says, I need some coffee. And then we see a shot that he's, running some Manny's Mean Machines junkyards, right? And it looks cool. And also throwing a kiss to his car. Why? So this is Lance G. Steinberg. And he's pouring in some coffee. And he likes to drink too. So he's living the easy, laid-back life, right? And then Conrad, or also known as Duke, comes in, and he says, "Damn, bro, I didn't recognize you. I don't think I ever seen you with more than a 5 o'clock shadow. What the hell are you doing here?" So he's basically on the run, and because people want him dead, and then oh no, there's a girl in the trailer, and he says, "I heard a scream. Nothing to worry about, babe. Just an old buddy named Duke stopped by. When me and this guy were kids, I built him and he crashed him." Talking about cars, probably. So Duke, this is I like that. "I see you still have a way with the ladies. Chick sticks to cars, and you still know how to build them." Now it's getting weird. So we see this guy here, just all fine and dandy. And then, oh no, it seems that the bullets and the glass from jumping out of the window has caught up with him. How does that work? I mean, you just come here and say, "Hey man, I'm Duke. Let's get to..." Okay, let's... That is so stupid. And he just, act like nothing happening, and then suddenly he gets some spasms, and then like the body tells him hey dude, you still have glass and bullets in your body. That's not how it works. That's not how human anatomy or bodies work. It's just not. You don't just be fine 1 second and then cringing and dying the next one. You should be in pain constantly. So okay, so this guy is. I still don't know who this guy is, by the way. And he says, "Hey, I'm gonna fix you." Right? He's talking also in car assembly terms. And so in the last issue, there was a woman that has been killed, and gives them this device to Duke. And he says, "So you saw a jet turn into a giant robot? So you do believe me? Are these bullets or is this teeth? I cannot really see because of the color. Not even a little, but I know you are enough to know you saw something. Maybe this bad boy Dr. Burkhardt gave you as the key. That's part of why I came to you. Any idea what it is? It's like a low jack you put in your car, sort of." Now, I'm not sure what a low jack is. Never heard of that. Is it some kind of a tracker or maybe a diagnostic device, connecting to your car? I'm not entirely sure. So, and he also talks about that the cars that he's selling, put also a low jack, which is highly illegal, right? But then he activates this thing, and then we see a hologram. And this guy says, "That is where you need to go." And then we see Destro, and he's getting a beep. Right. So, so this guy says, "Hey, you have a family? Why don't you go to your family?" It's probably that's how it is. Not a chance. Not even your baby bro. I can't involve him. This is too dangerous. Going to you was already too much of a risk. So then something is happening here, right? So he talks, why don't you just go back to Hawk, tell him what happened? He didn't believe me before, and I doubt he'd believe me now. I never took you for the kind of guy to have crisis of faith, man. I hope you find what you're looking for and get answers. And then, I don't know, the music is going on through this. Well, in the 80s, we call them boomboxes, but, not anymore. So this guy, and I thought to myself, I know this guy, and I like the sound effects, by the way. And I said, I know him, but I don't know him from comics or cartoons because, I missed that complete part. So I had a classified action figure. I mean, I saw a classified action figure from G.I. Joe. I forgot. It's been told in this comic, but I forgot. I believe rock and roll. Is this how you? Yeah, this is probably rock and roll. I guess. And you're almost getting killed. And what I don't get, I mean, rock and roll is one of the good guys, right? I mean, he's a Joe. Why is he shooting? I don't know, machine guns rounds and almost kills them, and also blowing up his car. And he says, "Yeah." And then let's go. I'll drive. Hell no. You used to crash them, remember? I like that. It's these small little things, these, dripping of info from back in the day. That's nice. So this guy says, "Surf's up, bros. Come out and catch the waves." And then I believe this is a Hummer, right? But there's something wrong with the wheel. This wheel is way bigger than this one. What I also noticed is that the sound effects are big and bold and bombastic. I miss that. I miss that in comics. I'm very glad they brought it back. You see with this, and he's releasing a drone, right? Shooting at them. See all these sound effects, right? It's pretty cool. I'm going back to the sound effects in a second. But, so they're on the run. He says, "I'm not the best driver, but this guy aim sucks." I don't think he's trying to hit us. What do you mean? He's herding us into... Well, before we go into that, speaking of the sound effects, I noticed that the sound effects looks pretty similar to the G.I. Joe sound effects. So, and maybe probably in other Skybound comics too, I'm guessing, because I don't have all of them. Which... I think that's a good move. I'm not always a big fan of these kind of sound effects, especially these pretty simple ones. But, sound effects are back. I love it. And maybe because it's the Energon universe, and I cannot stand that word, but, making a little bit everything more uniform, even with the art style and Daniel Warren Johnson with the G.I. Joe has it's not similar art style, but it has a more or less realistic, if you can call it that, art style. Also with the muted colors, I like that. Less Photoshop BS, that's the better, in my humble opinion. And then, oh no, they're being attacked by, I know this guy. This is Duke. No, this is a Stalker, right? I believe he had a jetpack or something in the cartoons or even in the comics. And they crash into this tree, and they say, "Come on, come back to bed, Sherry." Now you remember her name. Small little humor, but it actually works. It's not cringe humor. It's not over-the-top humor for haha, you must laugh at this. No, it's just subtle, tiny things that, makes me chuckle. And so Stalker says, "My partner and I need you to get away from any civilians where no one would see us take you in." I think that's weird. I mean, if you are living in the, I don't know, junkyard, right? Isn't that far away from civilians anyway? I mean, nobody has a junk ride in the middle of the city, right? I mean, that's not how I picture it. And so he says, "What makes you think you can take me in? Duke, you're hurt. There's no point in you getting more hurt. Stand out. That's an order." And so he attacks him, and he says, "Let me show you a move an old friend taught me." Now, I have a small problem with the next scene. First, I'm going to show you. So he's doing a roundhouse kick. Now, why am I saying it like that? Because I complained about this particular move in the Transformers issue number 2 I reviewed. I hope the rest is coming soon because I know I'm a little bit behind of all these books, but that's because, well, pre-ordering and, out of print and all that stuff. But I complain about that because the Transformers are doing also roundhouse kicks the same way this guy is doing. So, I mean, are they copying each other's moves? I mean, what is going on? I mean, there's many martial arts moves you can do to take out a guy. Why doing a roundhouse kick? I mean, okay, that I wanted to have that out of my system. Anyway, so he says, I had high hopes for you, kid. I love the boot in the face with the sound effect. Like it. So they are going into a chopper, right? And they are, into some kind of a prison. And then we see this. It's called the Pit. I thought the Pit was decommissioned in the 80s. It was. Now we use it as a safe house for high-risk prisoners before they can be transported. So this guy says, why am I here? Abiding and abetting a known fugitive, bro. I heard of you both. Greg Rock and Roll McConnell and Lonzo Stalker Wilkinson. What happens to his beard? It's gone. Anyway, so he says, this is for the best, Duke. You can be on the run. You want to get to the other side of this. You need to trust the system. I love the shot. He's angry and it shows. The system didn't trust me. Why should I believe anything from you? Fascinating. What are you saying? You and I have common goals. You want freedom. I want freedom. Perhaps we can come to an agreement. So is this I just had it at the tip of my tongue. Like I said, I do not know all these characters, but this must be, oh my God. It's not Cobra. It's not Cobra Commander. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I just had it at the tip of my tongue. It's not Vipers. Oh my God. Well, you know who it is. Probably I do too after I look it up. Yeah, great stuff. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like the intrigue. The action is really cool. I like the narrative as well. I saw art of this Cobra Commander. It didn't blow me away, but people are raving about it. Even people that I trust. So I try to get these books and see if it's actually good or not. G.I. Joe, big fan of that. And we have more ads of what's to come. And in the meantime, I'm trying to think of the girl's name. Damn it. This is so aggravating, right? In my head, I said, yeah, I know who this person is. I seen her in cartoons with the glasses on, right? In the skin-tight suit. And then I'm going to tell the world, probably everybody knows who she is. And then I forgot it. So that's very aggravating, but and also hilarious at the same time. Guys, let me know what you think about this comic. Leave a comment below. That helps me with the algorithm, lets me be more seen on the internet and on YouTube. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.